Imagine a time when the ocean itself felt like a battlefield, when every shadow beneath the waves might be a predator, and when even the bravest men wondered whether they would ever see the surface again. During World War II, Japanese naval officers believed American depth charges were clumsy, slow, and inaccurate. They mocked the very weapons designed to hunt submarines, laughing at what they thought were desperate underwater gambles. But then came a submarine that would rewrite the rules of the undersea war. A single name that soon sent shockwaves across the Pacific: USS Harder. Before the legend began, the silent service lived in darkness, literally and emotionally. Submarines were small, cramped, and suffocating. Imagine metal walls sweating with condensation, the air thick with diesel, fear, and the knowledge that one tiny mistake could mean instant death. And yet, these submariners sailed anyway. While the world watched famous battles on the surface, the real turning point of the naval war began thousands of feet below. At first, Japanese destroyers hunted American submarines with confidence. Their captains joked that depth charges were more like fireworks than weapons. Explosions thundered through the water, but the subs slipped away, damaged sometimes, terrified always, yet alive. This made the Japanese careless, overconfident, and that's when USS Harder entered the story. USS Harder wasn't just another submarine. It was commanded by a man whose calm voice masked a razor-sharp instinct, Commander Samuel D. Dealey. His crew called him fearless. The enemy would come to know him as relentless, and soon the world would know USS Harder by a chilling nickname, the Destroyer Killer. From the moment Harder began patrol, Dealey changed the game. Instead of running from destroyers, he hunted them. Think about that. Submarines were supposed to hide, wait, and strike merchant ships. But USS Harder went after the hunters themselves. It was like turning the prey into the predator. On tense nights beneath the moonlit Pacific, Harder stalked Japanese destroyers that had sworn to wipe out every American sub. Sonar pings echoed through the hull. Every man froze. Every heart pounded. One wrong move, one wrong sound, and the ocean would become their grave. But Dealey waited, inches from disaster, until the perfect moment. Then he struck. Torpedoes roared from the tubes. Seconds felt like hours. And then an explosion tore the night apart. A Japanese destroyer split open and sank beneath the waves. Silence followed. Shock, disbelief, and fear, real fear, gripped the enemy for the first time. This wasn't luck. This was a hunter who understood the sea. Over time, USS Harder sank destroyer after destroyer, the very ships designed to kill it. Each attack was closer, riskier, bolder. Depth charges began raining down harder and faster than ever before. Water shook like thunder. Light bulbs shattered. Men were thrown from their bunks. Rivets screamed under pressure. And still, Harder survived. Still, Harder struck back. Word spread through the Imperial Japanese Navy. Submarines were no longer fragile ghosts to mock. They were predators with steel teeth. Those jokes about American depth charges, they disappeared, drowned under the terror of what might be watching from below. Imagine the psychological impact. Japanese destroyer crews slept lighter. Every sonar ping became a warning. Every shadow in the water felt like doom. And this new fear changed strategy, behavior, and morale. Ships slowed down. Convoys hesitated. Commanders second-guessed themselves. And all the while, USS Harder stayed out there, silent, waiting. But courage at sea always comes with a price. On another patrol, hunted harder than ever before, USS Harder faced the very nightmare she had created. Japanese escorts dropped depth charge after depth charge, each one closer, angrier, more precise. The ocean shook. The hull groaned. Valves rattled. Men whispered prayers in the darkness. And then a final, devastating blast. USS Harder was lost. But legends don't sink. They echo. Harder's record became one of the most astonishing in submarine history. Her daring attacks crippled Japanese destroyer strength and shattered naval confidence. She proved that submarines could challenge the hunters themselves and win. And even after she disappeared beneath the waves, her story reshaped the silent service forever. Think about what those sailors endured. Cramped metal corridors, no sunlight, constant fear. The knowledge that one wrong measurement meant instant death. Yet they chose to fight anyway. They didn't just fire torpedoes. They carried a burden, the burden of courage, sacrifice, and the hope that what they did beneath the waves would help end the war above them. And for the Japanese commanders, who once laughed at American depth charges, USS Harder was a brutal awakening. Overconfidence sank, literally. The ocean had a new predator, and it hunted without mercy. Today, the name USS Harder still carries weight. It's whispered with respect. It stands for fearless strategy, impossible bravery, and the power of turning weakness into strength. And it reminds us that sometimes the greatest battles are fought in silence, where no one can see, only remember. If you found this story as powerful and fascinating as I did, make sure you don't miss the next deep dive into forgotten war stories. Hit subscribe and stay with us. For the next video, visit the channel.